It's time for Clawstar Wrestling. So, fun fact, I did play this game already on the flight to MFF last year to get into the spirit of things, I guess, on my way to the, my first furry convention. This is made by Horror Buns, and I figured I should get around to actually covering it at some point, because he's gonna be in the next season of No Playing Games. And also, once upon a time I was like, well, this game's a little too explicitly adult for what we're doing here, but I think we've surpassed that already, incidentally anyway. So yeah, this game's for adults, begone child folk, 18 plus and whatnot, even though it's going to be censored, but only visually. There it is. The following story contains adult themes and explicit sexual content. You must be 18 in order to play. Seriously, y'all, it's horny. 1, 2, 3. It's over, well, I'm a professional. It's over, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our winner. The crowd is going wild. The deafening roar rings in my ears. But the cheering isn't for me. Tremor! Tremor, Tremor. I can believably play 100 people at once. Half conscious, flat on my back, sore all over. To top it all off, a massive dog's foot paws pressing down on my chest. I look up through the blinding stadium lights to see Tremor, a towering beast that looms over me. He's cheering and boasting, basking in the adoration of the crowd. Another win for the Leonberger wrestler. Half blinded by the spotlight shining down on the ring, I struggle to maintain my focus. I have to let this tremendous oaf get it all out before I'm able to get on my feet. Come on, Tremor, how much do you need to celebrate? I wince as he leans in with more of his weight. The big dog grins as he looks down at me on the mat. Good hustle out there tonight. Same time next week. He's trying to be cute with me. Or he's trying to piss me off. Either way, it's working. He resumes boasting and shouting, playing off the electricity of the crowd. How are they still going at this point? The announcer finally steps in to raise the victor's arm, and Tremor releases me from under his paw. I roll over to my side and try to catch my breath. The song and dance is what I have to endure every Friday night. Wrestle a monster 3 times my size, put on a good show, and let him mop the floor with me. It doesn't help that he is insanely attractive. I would probably be enjoying all this under different circumstances. Maybe that's why I keep coming back to wrestle him. Wow, I must be delirious. I have to wrestle. I have to whisper quietly to myself. Maybe being deprived of oxygen that long is finally getting to my head. Tremor makes a big show of his victory, traveling to each corner of the ring to show off. Oops. Oh no! How did I turn on auto? Oops. Please tell me I don't actually have to Please tell me I don't actually have a crush on this guy. This came to mind because I was just playing that other game that had sprites in the corner. I'm like, ah, it's really cool when they have sprites in the corner. This game's full of little Elijah drawings that get you through his headspace and all that, and it's neat. It's a cool detail. And also so much work, I'm sure. Finished with this victory lap. The now worn-out Leonberger? I'm so sorry. It's a type of dog, I think, is the point, but I'm actually familiar with that breed. Makes a point to step on me and makes his way out of the ring. I make a wild noise as the big dog casually tramples my body. I can hear him laughing as he makes his way out towards the backstage. A few moments pass as I recover from the pain. God damn it. I have a crush on this guy. The roar of the crowd dies down now that the victor has left the stage. We're the last match of the night, so everyone starts shuffling out of the building. I'm finally able to collect myself. First on my hands and knees, then, through some effort, back on my feet. I could have at least tried to hold back, Tremor. I wince as I hold my ribs. A bit sore, but nothing I haven't dealt with before. All things considered, it was a better night than most. No cheers for me. No applause. Just another Friday night as a jobber for the local heel. I stagger out of the ring and move out onto the walkway leading to the backstage area. Despite feeling like I've been run over by a steamroller, I hold my head up high. We put on a good show after all. How thrilling it must be to see Goliath utterly flatten David. This crowd certainly loves to see a good squash match. Or is it that they just really love to see me getting flattened? Either way, the match is done. I'm getting paid, and I put in my best. I'm not here to be idolized by the crowd, I just want to make sure everything goes off without a hitch. And if I do my job right, no one gets hurt. Bruised and battered, maybe, but not hurt. Lyra's been pairing me up with Tremor more and more lately, because the other wrestlers don't know how to work around his brute strength. He's clumsy, and he's always causing problems for the boss and me, but he sure knows how to rile up a crowd. I'd be cheering for him, too, if I wasn't the one getting crushed by him every Friday night. Not in the ring, at least. I catch myself with these thoughts again. Wait, what am I saying? It's hard for me to try to act like I'm not enjoying it at all. I can't let a guy like Tremor know that I think he's hot, though. No telling how he'd leverage that against me. Oh. Ah, what am I pressing slightly wrong? I'm holding my controller dumb or something. And I'm somehow accidentally turning on auto. I make my way off the main stage, back to the small hallway that leads to our locker room. Thankfully, 3KO is a big enough wrestling organization to provide some decent facilities to the wrestlers. Free gym, free tacos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just gotta get here before the bigger guys hog them all. The pay isn't amazing if you're the one getting your ass kicked, but hopefully with that crowd we pulled, tonight's paycheck will be worth it. I love wrestling. Even if I'm the one that gets used as a footrest for some massive jerk. I feel so alive when I'm out there in front of the crowd. I'd give anything to keep from going back to some mundane job stuck behind a cash register again. But I also need to figure out what's going on with me. Why do I have a crush on the guy who's getting paid to crush me in the ring? So, Elijah, there's a thing that people call a kink, where, as much as I make my way back to my locker, I sigh. The locker room seems empty, but I can still hear the murmurs of the crowd departing the building. Another match in the books. I'm ready to get my check and hit the bar. I'd say a rough night like this calls for a beer or two. Or 6. At this point, I've stripped down to my jockstrap. I've set aside a towel and flip-flops I've set aside a towel and flip-flops in to get ready for a shower. I don't know what the word "in's" doing there. I'm not quite sure about that one. I take a moment to rest on the bench, holding my head in my hands. I need to clear my mind. Maybe Arlo will have some advice about this whole Tremor situation. That's when I hear a set of heavy footsteps approach. Around the corner comes a massive Leonberger. Alright, it's been long enough. It's coming up enough. I did not know to prepare this.
Leonberger.
That's relatively intuitive. There's options. Listen, I'm a mess. Around the corner comes the massive Leonberger, staring me down, wearing nothing but a wide grin and a towel. He leans up against the lockers, and I catch a noseful of his scent through the raised arm. Great. He's the last person I need to see right now. The what situation now? Fuck. Nothing. It's nothing. Just thinking out loud. Yeah, that's the problem, Elijah. Did he hear me? Fuck, it's hard to tell if someone this thick-headed is actually thinking. I didn't know you were still here, Tremor. Quick, change the subject. Shouldn't you be off, celebrating somewhere? He grins down to me on the bench. Tremor manages to look even more imposing than usual from here. What? Can't come check on my little buddy? Check in on me? Since when do you care about how I'm doing? No need to get snippy. Can a guy just chat? I can't help but glare up at him. I genuinely can't tell what his angle is here. He's barely said 2 words to me outside the ring, but ever since we've started wrestling together more. Right. Sure was some crowd tonight, right? I loved watching every second of me wiping the floor with you. Oh, he just came here to gloat. Terrific. You don't need to remind me I was there. Oh, come on now. Isn't that just what you love? Putting on a good show and all that. Oop, there it goes. It's out. We sure gave them their money's worth tonight. Speaking of putting on a show, mind covering up? Right in front of me, I can see the tip of his dick peeking through the slit of the towel now. God damn, he's huge. Of course he is. I don't think there was much imagination left given what he wears normally. My eyes are up here, bud. That's the expression of the century. Would have guessed you'd be happy to get a peek after all this time wrestling together. I quickly look away. If this is his way of trying to get under my skin, it's working. Shut up. Figured as much. How about we go celebrate my win tonight? I'll even let you buy me a drink. Is he trying to flirt with me after all that shit in the ring? What the hell is this guy's deal? Fuck off, Tremor. I just want to hit the showers and be on my way. Huh. No need to be rude. I was trying to be friendly. You should be lucky to get to share a ring with me. I'm only in the ring with you because no one else wants you to break their neck. The smug grin is quickly replaced with a scowl. What was that, you lippy little fox? You heard me. Why, you little... I don't want to deal with this shit right now. You're a sloppy wrestler who only gets by because I'm here to make you look good. He scoffs. Watch who you're calling sloppy while you're leaking through your jock. Wait, what is he... He points down to my crotch. Fuck. It takes me a second to realize that I am... Yep. We're gonna fast forward a little bit because this is... Listen, it's horror buns. A large man sits on a smaller man's face, because that is how this do. And enough of these have been flagged as bad for advertisers that I'm gonna go ahead and just opt out of this scene for a moment. Before I get myself in trouble again for another 3 months. Dude, it's fucked up when you have a few videos that YouTube's mad at stacked up. They're like, hey, we're gonna extra scrutinize every video that you ever upload for the next 3 months. And I'm like, okay, come on. Why does he have to be so fucking hot? God damn it. I heave through my words as I try to catch my breath again. If my ribs weren't bruised before, they sure as shit are now. Sorry. Now I'll have to take care of this too. I'm beyond frustrated and flustered. All I can do is slam my fist against the locker as I try to process these stupid feelings of mine. The cold water washes over me and let out a long sigh of relief. I don't know if there's any science behind it, but the icy cold always soothes my aches. The physical ones, at least. My torso is still a bit tender as I scrub up. I sigh again as I lather my body. Way to go, idiot. You mouthed off to someone you've been crushing on, and you got crushed for your trouble. Now he definitely knows. Fuck. Just want to get my check and get the hell out of here. Hopefully Lyra's in a good mood. I don't think I could stand anything else going wrong tonight. Even after towel drying, I swear I can still smell Tremor lingering on my muzzle. I don't hate that, but I also fucking hate it. But by this point, all the matches have finished, and the crowd has since dispersed. Only thing left behind is their empty plastic cups of beer. As I look around to find Lyra, I see her talking to a few people by the manager's office. Look at this smarmy little fuck. Oh my god. Throw him out a window. The mountain of a lion in a suit, and I think he's wearing a mask? He's standing stoically behind a black cat who sticks out like a sore thumb. The smaller guy is wearing a well-tailored suit. My guess is expensive as hell, and talking Lyra's ear off. I can see how annoyed she is, even from over here. I should probably wait around until they're done talking. Don't want to be rude. I wince as I feel my whole body ache. Didn't work out well for me last time. An awkward few minutes pass by, and Lyra waves off her mysterious guests, giving me a chance to catch her as she's walking back to the office. She waves as she sees me. Elijah! I was wondering when you'd show up. Just came to collect my check and leave. It's been a rough night so far. Figured as much. Already saw Tremor on his way out. Told me he bumped into you in the lockers. I'm just not quite smooth today with the reads. I furrow my brows. Yeah, it's one way of putting it. Something wrong? I shake my head sheepishly. No, just getting rubbed the wrong way tonight. In more ways than one. I'll be alright after some rest and... I held out my hand. She rolls her eyes and hands me my check. I eagerly pluck it from her and take a look. Checking the amount, my heart sinks a bit. This can't be right. This is it? For all that work? I thought we pulled in a huge crowd tonight. Lyra sighs and puts her fingers to her temple. She's thinking how to break it to me softly again, but I interrupt before she speaks. I'm busting my ass dealing with Tremor since no one else will. What gives? Look, Elijah, you're really good at what you do. I know it, you know it, and I'd wager to guess Tremor probably knows it as well, if that thick skull of his is capable of forming thoughts. Right? And? Being good at getting your ass kicked isn't what's pulling in the crowds. Tremor is. You're really good at getting crushed by him, but that's not enough to sell tickets. That's bullshit and you know it. I can feel myself getting heated, agitating my already sore body as I clench the measly paste up in my hands. I'm not trying to talk down to you, Elijah. It's getting hard to convince people to keep coming back for the same match. I can't sell a jobber who keeps getting pounded by the same guy every week. And no one else wants to step in that ring with that brute. Either you need to drop him, or I'll have to drop both of you. I freeze. It seems like such a simple solution, right? Just get rid of that jerk. But... you say it like it's an easy thing to do. That guy's an ass, but he gets how to put it on a That guy's an ass, but he gets how to put on a show. Way better than most guys here. Wait, why am I defending him? It takes two to put on a show, but we don't have any guys to keep up with him other than you. You see where the issue is, right? Right. I don't like being an asshole, but there are plenty of other wrestlers eager for a chance to make it here. We're not a huge promotion, but most of the guys here aren't interested in ending their career early, wrestling someone as reckless as Tremor. I don't like the sound of that. Not one bit. Look. I struggle to find the right way to articulate my thoughts. I don't want you to have to fire him, but I don't want to get fired either. Then you better figure out a way to make it work. I clutch my head. This is all too much right now. What a shitty night. Look, I just need some time to think this over. Is that alright? Lyra looks me over. She has a hint of concern in her eyes as she sees the state I'm in. Fine. But you're gonna have to make a decision soon, Elijah. You're a great wrestler. You're gonna have to step up or step out. There's just no room in the big leagues for jobbers like you, kid. No matter how skilled you are. The words pierce right through me. My shoulders droop. I let out a sigh. I know. You're right. As always. Just... fuck. Eli. I walk past her wordlessly. I can feel her eyes on my back as I try to hold myself together. I let out a sigh. This night has turned into a huge fucking mess. I fold my paycheck and stuff it away in my wallet. Measly as it is, I can at least pay rent this month. Going to be a bit tight with groceries though. I step outside and meet the crisp autumn air. The cool wind is a welcome change from the stuffy venue. No dude smells, no spilled beer and popcorn, just night sky. I take a deep breath in. I'm immediately reminded of Tremor and his scent lingers on my whiskers. A fucking course. Can't even enjoy the peace and quiet without thinking of him. But I notice it's not entirely quiet on the streets tonight. Looking out across the venue's parking lot, I see small circles that have remained after the show to talk about the night's matches. A lot of heated debates about who is going to come out on top in local leagues and who has potential to get scouted for bigger organizations. A couple mentions of Tremor. A few murmurs about the up-and-comers that I haven't even had a chance to chat with yet. Guess those guys are aiming to replace me, huh? These intrusive thoughts aren't doing me any favors. I try to shake them off. I throw my hood up and quickly try to put some distance between me and the building. I've had enough excitement for tonight. Thanks. Shuffling past the small crowds, there's not a single mention of my name. Hell, I probably look like another spectator to them right now. No one's gonna pay attention to a jobber. The guy who just got sat on by the massive showboating brute. I can't help but think about that dumb, smug grin of his. His huge, sweaty body looming over me. Wait. Damn it. Please, brain. No more Tremor tonight, okay? Just let me walk in peace. Please. I say out loud. No response. Three blocks is a long way to walk, giving me plenty of time to reflect on how little I've got going on in my life right now. The only thing I'm really good at is wrestling. Even that prospect is looking shaky right now. Lyra's words bounce around in my skull, and I can't shake that look of pity in her eyes. Damn it. I like being a jobber. Why can't that just be enough? I'm not here to see my name in lights. I just want to wrestle. My ears droop and I let out a defeated sigh. Every step I make towards the bar hurts, and every second I spend thinking about that night makes me more and more depressed. I try to move a bit slower to ease the aches. The 5-minute walk takes me 15, but finally, I arrive at my destination. The neon letters illuminate my face as I look up to see my favorite glowing sign, the lucky dog. I chuckle, and I can feel my aching body complain about it. I don't know which stings more right now, the irony or the bruises. I make my way through the heavy door, and I'm comforted by the familiar scents in my favorite gay bar. Dressings of pride flags, weird little tchotchkes hanging off the walls, and plenty of people, all who seem to be having a much better night than me. I have to stand up on the tips of my toes to get a look at the bar. Thanks, Fox Genetics. Hoping to score a good seat. Thankfully, there's a spot open with room on either side. No one to bug me as I stew in my misery. The bar stools here are just tall enough to make me feel awkward sitting in them. I drop my hood and shake out the fur. It's much warmer here than outside, but I leave my jacket on for the time being. I start looking around the room, hoping to find a familiar face. As my eyes return to the bar, I find that there was already a cold beer waiting in front of me. Evening, Elijah. Figured you'd be showing up here tonight. Arlo's owner of this establishment, and likely the only real friend I have right now. The friendly bass of his voice is enough to soothe my ears right now, even through the rowdy conversations of the crowd. How are you holding up? Not great, if I'm being honest. The kangaroo looks at me sympathetically. It's not hard to tell that I've been through the ringer tonight. Caught the match tonight. You're doing good out there. You think so? Yeah, well, up until you weren't doing good at least. You know how these things go. It's my job to make it look mostly convincing. I'm mostly convinced you're gonna get hurt if they keep making you wrestle that huge fella. He pauses and shoots me a concerned look. Are you actually alright, though? Looked like he put in some extra work at the end there. As fine as I can be for getting steamrolled by 500 pounds of asshole. He chuckles. Now there's a pretty mental image. Arlo slides the glass of beer my way. It's the cheap stuff. Have a few on the house, will ya? I down the glass immediately and don't let up until the last drop. Thanks, bud. I'm not some charity case, though, alright? Not according to your bar tab. Just let me treat you for the night. You look like hell. He refills my glass as soon as I set it down. This isn't the healthiest way to clear the mind, but it is helping. I take more reserved sips for my second drink, not wanting to overdo things before I get a chance to catch up. Trust me, I feel worse than I look. Ever had a fully grown Leonberger slam his body into yours at running speed? Can't say I've had the pleasure, no. Well, I wouldn't really recommend it. Maybe not in the ring, at least. Arlo chuckles, resuming his duties behind the bar. I try to let Arlo steer the conversation more into what's been going on with him, in a desperate attempt to avoid saying something stupid. He tells me about some recent exploits, cute guys who've come through, and a little bit about the new knots he's learned. This really is a horror buns game. Arlo's quite handy with rope, I've come to learn. Really into tying guys up and getting tied up. Just gonna plant this seed for a future chapter, huh? The kangaroo is impressive to watch when he's in his element, both at the bar and a more intimate setting. Maybe I'll have him show me some of the new stuff when my body isn't feeling broken. I've missed this. Just chatting about this and that. Hot dudes, Arlo's flings here and there, what new games are coming out soon. We've had long conversations like in the past about the different things we like. It's nice being able to talk so casually about the kind of guys I'm into without being judged. Bigger men, of course. Ones that can easily manhandle me, kinda like... Oh. Right, him. We're able to maintain small talk while he moves around to help out with the other patrons, making sure to refill my glass each time it gets set back down. I fill him in on the shitty details of the night, opting out of the particulars of the run-in with Tremor. Arlo can pick up on the fact that I'm hiding something, but doesn't press me on the details. Well shit, Eli. Sorry to hear about all that. Yeah, me too. I know it's probably the last thing you need on your mind right now, but any idea how you're gonna handle this mess? Not a goddamn clue, Arlo. I bury my head in my hands. This is almost too much to take right now. I can't seem to think straight, because of the gay bar, and the beer's not helping. To top it all off, I think I have a crush on Tremor. Can you believe that shit? Wait. Shit. Why did I say that out loud? Shit. Arlo looks at me, half surprised, half expectant. Wait, I mean... Well, at least now you know. The kangaroo grins at me, smug. That's quite a face. Wait, what? Are you saying... You're not that hard to read, Eli. You think I can't put two and two together? You literally described the type of man you're into. Oh, that's what they're going, yeah. Little fox who loves to get crushed finds a big smelly dog who loves to crush him. Of course you'd have a thing for that guy. I'm just shocked it took you this long to figure it out yourself. I throw my hood over my head and groan, facing down on the bar. Oh my god. I'm not supposed to feel this way about a jerk like that, right? Am I crazy? Well, maybe a bit, but not for a little crush. Or big crush, as it were. I stay face down, too embarrassed to even meet Arlo in the eyes. Am I really that transparent? Then what? What do you mean, what? What do I do? Hard to say. We tried maybe just talking to him. Last time I chatted with him, I ended up getting my face shoved into a sweaty crotch. He blinks. Oh, right, I wasn't going to tell him. I thought that's what you're into. Shut up. Yes, it is. Fuck. But now he knows, and now you know. And now I don't know what to do. Fuck. I mean, that's honestly, that's a perfectly natural stopping point if you want to see where this is going. There you go. If you're 18 or older. And also check out No Playing Games. God damn it.